Trade in a night of grading for a night of goals at the Blues annual Teacher Appreciation Night on November 14th versus the Edmonton Oilers. Visit stlouisblues.com/theme for more information. Welcome back to Blues Weekly, brought to you by Scott Credit Union. I'm Brooke Grimsley. For the first time since March 2019, Enterprise Center was at full capacity, and it was a full house with fans bringing the energy last night. We go back to Voice of the Blues Chris Kerber with his take on the fans and the upcoming schedule. We talked about it last week about how special it is to have fans back inside Enterprise Center. Curbs, I know they showed up in full force last night, sold out game. What was the energy like for you in the booth and just being back in there with all those fans in there?
It's been awesome. It was awesome in Colorado. It was awesome in Arizona. It was awesome in Vegas. And then it was off the charts awesome in St. Louis. I love the fact that it was Tom Stillman that said, why don't we with the national anthem, we let the fans sing it, and organizationally, everybody said, we love the idea. And, you get somebody to start it and then the fans sing it. I thought that sounded great. It was amazing to feel that energy back in that building. You could feel it outside with the street party that they had, the buzz coming in, and then those cheers for when they took the ice for warm-ups. Like I would take the headsets off and just listen to it so you get the full effect, not through effects mics, but actually just right into your own head. And it was great. So an awesome sellout and a great start to the season for that. I think it's great to have the fans back and the respectful nature of the fans, understanding the challenges of the organization and all that stuff just came through once again. It just reminds you why we do this. The game stunk without the fans. They really did. It was no fun. We did it, but it wasn't fun. It was great to have them back, and that should never be taken for granted. Just awesome.
I know so many of the players talking about how big of a difference it actually makes having fans in there, and it's a good thing that we will have more of that coming up this week. Curbs, looking ahead at the schedule, we have a little stretch of home games here at Enterprise Center facing the Kings again tomorrow night. If it's anything like yesterday's game, I think we'll really like that. What are you seeing ahead on this schedule?
Yeah, well, you're going to play the LA Kings again. That's a little bit of a hangover from what was happened last year with the COVID schedule, where you might go into a city and play 2 games in a row. And there's not a whole lot of that this year. I think players wanted it more. So when the league could do it, they did it. So LA is staying into town. We'll face them off again on Monday. We'll actually see them again on November, I think, 3rd. So the Blues and Kings playing 3 times in 12 days. But then you've got the rest of that schedule coming in. The fact that they've got a good homestand this week leads into the holiday or the Halloween weekend, and then they'll go back out on the West Coast. Some really good competitions, but the schedule is working for the St. Louis Blues to keep the momentum going and continue to build this. Now, if you come out on Monday and take it a little bit for granted because you put 7 on them tonight, you might get surprised. Keep in mind, 5 of your 7 goals were scored on special teams. At even strength, they outscored you 3-2. And so I think there is still room for a reality check as this homestand continues. But listen, Brooke, I'm going to tell you something. This is a really good hockey team. It's a good team. They are deep. Any line can score. And you got Tyler Bozak on your 4th line. Kyle Clifford, any team can score. Any line can score. The defense are mobile. Every single player that has played in a Blues game this season, except for the goaltender, has picked up at least 1 point. That speaks volumes. They're entertaining, and I hope the fans come out and watch the rest of this homestand.
So you're saying that we should wait for a Binnington goal here? I feel like everybody's scoring now. Maybe we'll see that happen this week.
I'm going to tell you something. If you get a 2-goal lead, the other team pulls their goalie, and he gets the puck, he's going to go for it.
Yep, that sounds exactly like Benner. Well, thank you so much, Curbs. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and hopefully next weekend when we talk to you, it will still be an undefeated season so far for the Blues.
You got it, Brooke. Thanks for another great week, and we'll talk to you next week.
Well, thank you for joining us for Blues Weekly. We'll see you all next week.